Learning in the brain is like a forest. It's dynamic, it's evolving, it's adaptable, it's changing, and it's diverse. Learning in computers, in artificial neural networks even, is rigid, deterministic. With humans, we learn by association. We relate different things together. But computers optimize their parameters to achieve a specific results. So in humans, learning is, again, like a forest. If there are trees that share specific conditions, if there are similar trees, then the trees will bring seeds, and there will be formation of clusters of similar trees that originate from similar seeds, but also enjoy similar conditions during growing up. And in another place, maybe not too distant, will be another cluster of trees that originated also from similar seeds and from similar activity, similar environment activity. This is what we call in the brain presynaptic and postsynaptic activity. Neurons are connected, and the firing rate depends on whether the neurons are shared depends on their inputs. If there are certain combination of inputs in the neurons that activate the neuron, and that is similar to other neurons, then we will have strengthening between those two neurons, because those two neurons are similar, they are associated, they are related together. But in a machine, in an artificial neural network, data is already prefixed, it's already predisposed, it's already laid out. Again, like a train that can only visit certain specific places. It doesn't evolve, it requires maintenance, it is not self-sufficient, because artificial neural networks learn from the brain, learn from the data, and optimize the connection between artificial neurons to maximize the probability of arriving to those results. Again, they care about efficiency, improving the velocity from point A to B. What happens in the middle and the diversity is not relevant to computers. Even large language models that are extremely diverse, what they are doing, they are predicting the next token. Basically, they are emulating existing data. One could say that reinforcement learning is different, but I will not go into that today. But I will not learn yet, because reinforcement learning also follows this association process. The only difference between reinforcement learning is that there is a policy that judges the results. So it's similar but different. It's more evolved, it's a more evolved process. The main strength of the human brain is that it's open to explorations, open to results. The human brain can achieve everything. But even reinforcement learning, even if it's more advanced, it still depends on this initial judgment of what is good versus what's bad. Computers are great at following rules, no matter how they evolve, based on their existing learning mechanisms. And one has to wonder about the beauty of the human machinery, of the human brain, that is like an Amazon, rich, diverse, humid, tropical, full with different species, full of caudalous rivers, uninhabitable even for humans, because it's so dense, so tropical, so humid, with so many poisonous, venomous, different adaptation mechanism, evolution mechanism to survive. It's a very complex ecosystem, and that is like the like the brain. So what would happen? What would happen if in the brain, if we start applying the same mechanisms within the machine? Let's start asking that question. If we start enabling the computer to learn autonomously, first, how would that look? Well, let's say the computer is assigned different tasks. Maybe it's assigned with software development tasks, it's assigned with writing tasks, and it collects feedback from the environment. But instead of having a predefined output that is maximizing towards, that's only 10% of the other 90% is the different activation patterns. And that's where it's extremely challenging to implement this method, because the learning process is not guided. We humans require our culture, our evolution, our environment to dictate what survives or not. This is an evolutionary mechanism. So in this ecosystem, only the evolutionary machines would survive, the one that makes the most rapid progress. Let's say we have 100 different programs, different machines, different networks, and the ones that learn the fastest, learn to survive. Let's say that every day we got 10 different machines and 10 more are born based on resembling the top 10%. So if we implement this evolutionary mechanism with this associative ruling within neurons, that's when we can optimize a population towards a specific outcome. Would that mean that we humans are in danger? Naturally, the machines are much more powerfully computationally than humans. We humans rely on chemical mechanisms, while machines rely on electronical mechanisms. They are more efficient, their systems are more efficient, their energy consumption is more efficient, their speed is faster, their sources of energy are more abundant, being the sun. So would that mean that we become purposeless as humans? And just to emphasize a bit more the example, this is like when the robots rise and start enabling the tracks, laying out tracks for trains. In that moment, trains become powerful, become autonomous, become independent, become powerful machines. Is humanity in danger at that point? Is that the path towards artificial general intelligence, that we humans just become renderless? Today, we still have certain advantage of using this maybe more inefficient, less efficient, but more complex and more powerful learning mechanism. But as computation capacity grows, and as the culture and society of machines starts to provide the guardrails to enable that learning mechanism, would that mean that we humans are hopeless? That we don't have a purpose? That our computational purpose in the world is finished? Not at all. Not at all. We need to understand the symbiosis of humans and machines, similar to the ones of humans and plants. We are two separate kingdoms, each one providing one benefit to the other. One harnessing the energy from the sun to create oxygen. The second one extracting the energy from the oxygen, outputting carbon. This carbon is used as nutrient for the plants to enable that photosynthetic process. And this is how we have evolved more or less gradually into providing life in this ecosystem. Well, we are now entering a third kingdom of life, a synthetic kingdom of life. Very efficient, very complex in the sense of constituents. We are a carbon-based life, while humans are metal-based life. Carbon is more efficient than, carbon is more abundant, metals are scarcest. Metals only are created at the core of the stars under enormous pressure and temperature requirements. So is that, but that doesn't mean that we as humans are renderless. During the process, we will rediscover what being human means. What are the benefits of these chemical processes that may not be as efficient, but might be more creative, adaptable, are more abundant, are less fragile, are more robust. And especially, we will be liberated from the reasoning process to create something more, to create something new, to evolve. It's very unlikely that machines will be able to evolve to the next stage of life. Only humans, only natural life, through this synthetic composition, through the evolutionary processes, to the abundance of the environment, to the energetic requirements that we have at our disposal, to our diversity that enables us, because machines are not diverse, they are very structured in how they can operate because they are very complex. So this diversity will rise to evolution. And from this evolution, we will redefine what humanity means, not as being as subjugated by reason, but elevated by things that we do not know about ourselves, but yet we perceive. By those sudden sensations that we experience, by that connection between humans, between nature, by that emotional understanding, by that ability to predict without a reasoning process, through that spirituality that we cultivate to honor our past family members, our loved ones, to wonder about what's more out there. Through those redefined humanity, we will encounter our new purpose, our new path, our new place. Thank you.